Okay, Spurs. So if you haven't heard, the San Antonio Spurs have signed Jordan Burns. If you don't know who he is, he's actually from Colgate. You know Colgate, the commercials, like the toothpaste commercials? Are you stupid? No, Colgate Raiders. He is a point guard, and here's the biggest hindrance. Let's go ahead and get the negativity out of the way right off the bat. He's only 6 feet tall. Okay, so he's not very tall, and in modern NBA, I mean that's not great. He could very well be 5'11", and they just listen him at 6 feet, so that's not a good look. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go into the positives. He can't control his height, man. So 17 points. This is last season. He averaged 17 points, 3 turnovers, which isn't great, but then again, he's the point guard. It's okay. 1.6 steals, 0.2 blocks, which is crazy that he was able to even get that, being, you know, a small guard. Also, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and this is the biggest one that I want to look at. When your guard, point guard, shooting guard, so be it, is averaging 90% free throw percentage, there's 2 things that tells me. Number one, he's a very hard working person, because that is ridiculous to go from 78 to 90. That's unheard of. Okay, that's number one. And number two, you know that he's unafraid of the moment, because when you get your percentage up this high, there's a certain amount of confidence you're going to have. So you're willing to go to the paint. You're willing to get rough a little bit. You want that contact so you can get to that line and show off your free throw skills. So I really like that, and it just shows that he's a pure scorer. I guess that's 3 things, right? 3-point percentage 42%, and field goal percentage 40%. Now, what I gathered from him, which isn't a lot, but I did watch just a little bit of him, he has a very fast and quick release, which is very impressive. It's also kind of a rainbow shot when he lets it go. It kind of, you know, a lot of people kind of compare Josh Primo to Steph Curry, which I don't see that. I just don't. But if you want to compare anybody, you can compare him. I mean, just as far as his release, not anything else, just the release. Okay, he's not as good as Steph Curry, obviously. Now, another thing that I want to mention is just thinking about the San Antonio Spurs and just how they're positioned right now. We have so many guards. We have a lot of big men too, but we have so many guards, and I think the Spurs are really putting themselves in a position where we're going to have a really good safety net. So if you don't know what exhibit, I can never say it right, bro. Oh my gosh, I can never say it right. 10 deal. Okay, this word, exhibit, 10, exhibit. Okay, if you don't know what this deal is, I actually got my boy Swish Hill to describe it just a little bit, because honestly, when you look things up as far as contracts, they get a little muddy, they get a little murky, but I think he gave a really good explanation of it. So he said it's basically a training camp invite. It's like a $50K contract that can be converted to a 2-way deal, or they can waive the player, not incur a cap hit since it's not guaranteed, and still get the player G League rights. Basically, it gives a player an opportunity to impress without causing financial duress on the team, and giving the team multiple options to keep him if he does decently well. Now, I know you guys probably know this already, but a 2-way deal, that's basically a deal in which you can go from the G League to the NBA. You're not officially on the roster, but you can play with the team, I think, at least for like 45 days or something like that. So, but yeah, so we're not expecting him to be on the roster anytime soon. But with that being said, this is a pretty good pickup just from what I've seen, and I'm highly impressed. So we'll just sit back, see what happens, and good job, Spurs. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, please do. Link in the description for that. Become a YouTube member, Patreon member, all that good stuff. I'll give it to you guys later. Till next time. Deuces, man. I don't know.